The military and other security agencies have intensified efforts, both kinetic and non-kinetic, in the fight against terrorism, economic sabotage, banditry, and sundry crimes in the theater of operations in some part of the country.
The Joint Task Force Operation Delta Safe has been relentless in their kinetic operations, which are geared towards eradicating illegal oil activities in their own joint operational area. In order to achieve its operational mandate, Operation Octopus, a subsidiary of Operation Delta Safe, in the last 7 weeks of its operation discovered and destroyed 337 illegal oil refineries, 1,052 metal storage tanks, 512 ovens, 68 wooden boats. They also confiscated 59 vehicles, 16 outboard engines, 11 rifles, and arrested 141 criminals.
At the media briefing on Thursday at Defense Headquarters Abuja on operational activities of troops working assiduously to ensure the safety of lives and property of Nigerians, Major General Bernard Oyoko, Director Media Operations, said about 706 assorted arms and ammunition captured from the terrorists and other criminal elements within the theater of Operation Adami Daji has been handed over to Zonal Coordinator Northwest Zone, National Center for Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons.
Operation Hadar in that area on 6th June. Over 706 assorted arms and ammunition captured from terrorists and other criminal elements within the theater of operation, comprising of Katsina, Zamfara, Sokoto, and Kebbi State, were handed over to the Zonal Coordinator Northwestern Zone, National Center for Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons at 26 Battalion Parade Ground, Giginya Barracks, Sokoto.
And also 57,004 of Boko Haram terrorists and their families have surrendered.
Boko Haram terrorists and their families have continued to surrender to own troops in the Northeast Theater. Cumulatively, a total of 57,004 of Boko Haram terrorists and their families have surrendered, comprising 12,546 males, 17,027 females, 27,430 children. All surrendered Boko Haram terrorists and items recorded will be handed over to appropriate authorities for further action.
Briefing journalists on activities of Operation Hardin Kai, Director Media Operations says troops rescued 5 adopted victims who were kidnapped by terrorists.
Troops of Operation Hardin Kai has continued to sustain the operational tempo against the insurgents and terrorists in the Northeast. Notably, on 12th June 2022, they had a meeting encounter with Boko Haram terrorists as they cleared their enclave at Gazua in Bama local government area. The camp, which is called Markas or headquarters, harbored a large number of terrorists and their families. After a fierce gun battle, about 47 terrorists were neutralized, including their top commanders. Also on 14 June 2022, troops of 26 Task Force Brigade on clearance operation at Ngoshe, Borno State, intercepted one of their abducted Chibok girls by name Miss Mary Dauda, a 27-year-old, with her daughter.
In the meantime, Chief of Defense Staff has warned politicians and supporters of political parties to desist from using thugs to instigate violence during campaigns during general elections in 2023.
Nigeria belongs to us. Now we are going to a season that every one of us have been, desiring that we'll have a peaceful election, a peaceful electionary campaigns, and then enter into the elections, and then, and I'm glad that Mr. President, has told the nation what his desires are. But please do not think that it's just the responsibility of government. It is every one of us that will ensure that we have a peaceful electionary period and the incoming 2023 election, so that every one of us will have a country that we will be proud of. If we don't have a country, then there will be no appointive positions to aspire for.
According to General Rabel, military would not fold its hands and watch the country get thrown into chaos by politicians who are desperate to win.
The most important thing regarding this election that is coming is that we must be men and women that conduct ourselves peacefully. And I need you, members of the press, to, drive this message down to everyone, that for anyone who is looking forward to be elected, he must do it within the ambit of the provisions of the law, because we will not in any way stand aside and see those who perpetrate violence, all because they are looking for political offices, appointive offices. Nigeria remains a nation that must live in peace, desire to live in peace, and Nigerians deserve to live in peace. And so we will not allow criminals amongst those, or if you like, thugs that have made themselves available for anyone to use. We will not allow it, and we are working very closely with the police, and we stand ready to give them all the support that is necessary, because going forward, Nigeria must be peaceful.
The Chief of Defense Staff also warned that there will be arrest and prosecution of anyone caught in the possession of any type of weapons during the elections or campaign. Olaimi Eson for Spyetv.